This 26 Sports and CCTV high school football presentation is brought to you by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
All right, welcome back to second quarter action here as the Lake City Trojans are looking at about a 2nd and 3 from about their own 40-yard line. Holt takes a snap, pitches it up to, that looks like Noah Thome. Thome is all the way up to close to midfield, just short of the 50-yard line, and a first down for the Trojans. They're just short of midfield. We were just double-checking some numbers here, making sure number 11 is Noah Thome, Mike.
Yep.
And how about number 9?
Mr. Thome. That's Miles McLeod.
Okay.
Make sure we can get that right.
Yep. Okay, so the roster was saying different. That's Holt with the keeper up the middle. Thought Noah Thome had it there for a little bit. Holt all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Looks like he's going to be good enough for a Lake City first down. Nice run by senior quarterback Matt Holt.
Yeah, they're really running the option well. It's almost, from up here it's hard to even know who's ending up with the ball on the end of that. They're holding their fakes and making it tough on the Evart here.
Okay, so Miles McLeod is number 9, Mike?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. All right. So here we are, 1st and 10 for the Trojans from the Evart 40. Holt cutting to the left, looking for a little bit of room. Gets all the way up to about the 35-yard line before he is brought down. That looked like number 21 on the tackle, Donovan Reagan, for the Wildcats.
Nice to see the umpire, the ref there, hold the flag. There was a face mask, but the player was all the way down before it occurred.
Okay.
And so that's just, good to see that. Nothing on purpose, just hand gets up there and it grabs it, but he was already down. So
good, no harm done,
Nope.
Nobody hurt?
Nope.
All right. Let's play football. So
Absolutely.
that brings up about a 2nd and 5 for the Trojans. They're getting a little bit of offensive momentum built up themselves. Handoff is to Noah. Oh, it's a fake to Noah Thome. They put the ball up to Devin Davis. Touchdown, Lake City. Nice grab by Devin Davis as Matt Holt put it right there. Evart actually had the play defended well, but Devin went up and took it away.
Very well defended. I mean,
Yeah,
that defender is right where you would want him to be, and that's just sometimes you can't stop an athlete that can do that sort of those kind of things.
That was
You
a
just
nice
can't
play
stop
by
him.
Devin Davis.
Yeah, it was. He literally took it from him.
Yep, ball
He
was
really
thrown
did.
just a little bit behind, and he kind of came back and reached over and stole the ball. So nice play for the Trojans, and there was that quick strike that we were talking about.
Climbed the ladder on that one.
All right, so they are going for the single-point conversion. Looks like it is up and through the uprights for the extra point. That's going to put the Lake City Trojans up as a score of 7-0. We've got 10:18 left here in this second quarter. And, Mike, who do we got working on our crew tonight? They're out there braving the weather.
We have our director, Heather Stilson, replaying graphics, Gabby Long. Cameras, we have Max Davidson, Robbie Hunt, and Jacob Owens.
Okay. And just wondering if we were able to maybe get another a replay, possibly, of the Devin Davis touchdown catch. We'll see if we can get that to you if it's available. As the teams are preparing for the kickoff. And we'll see if we can bring that to you. If not, we'll maybe even try and come back to it later. That is, excuse me, that is Big Walker Herrick ready to kick the ball off to the Wildcats.
I don't know about you, Jeff, but I'm sure hoping they let him kick tonight.
Yeah. Oh, that's not. That's not. No, that's somebody else. I didn't catch a number on that. Bobbled just a little bit. That's recovered. Number 23 on that was Nolan Rohan. And he's down at the 15-yard line. I'm trying to still figure out who kicked that ball. Was it number 16?
Yeah, I believe so.
Might have been number 16, and boy, I don't have that number either. I'm not sure what's going on with the roster tonight, but Lake City
We're struggling
did a
with
little
that.
switcheroo with some of the jerseys or something. I don't have the right numbers.
If this is part of their strategy here to throw us and the other team off a little.
Yeah, apparently. It's going to affect that scouting report. All right, nonetheless, here we go. We've got the Wildcats with the ball again. They're going to try to get some offensive motion going. Pritchard takes it, hands it off to Billy Conklin. Conklin's working around the left end. Not much there, maybe a yard or two. And Lake City was all over that.
Yeah, Benjamin Marion was the initial tackler there, but Lake City they get a lot of other players joining the party quick. As soon as one person can just slow their back down just a little bit, they're pursuing.
All right, so a nice defensive play by the Trojans. It's going to bring up, pretty much basically another 2nd and 10 here. They might have got a little on that one. Okay, this is a keeper. Pritchard, I'm not sure he got back to the line of scrimmage, and he had a host of red waiting for him in the backfield.
Yep, Evart started with tough field position, and now I think the Lake City defense is out of their first quarter stupor, it would appear.
Yeah, and it can amount to being a field position game, really.
Yep.
You know, sometimes when you get that bad field position, boy, it's just hard to get it turned around and switch it over. All right, so Evart is looking at about a 3rd and 10. We haven't seen the famous 6 to the left formation yet, but I can see it coming here pretty soon.
They've done well with it.
There goes Conklin around the left side. He's got a little bit of room. Still not able to get it around. He looks like he gained about 3 on that before he was brought down around that left end. That is going to bring up a 4th down, and probably for sure they're going to end up punting from here.
I believe Thome got the open field tackle there.
Yeah, he is a solid player on both sides of the ball, Noah Thome.
Sure is. He's consistent player.
All right, so that is Devin Davis back at midfield, ready to receive the punt. Snap is underway, taken, gets the punt off. It's a good punt. Oh, and it bounced out of bounds, so that's going to keep it out of Davis's hands. That might be a good strategy. They're trying to determine where it went out of bounds. Looks to be about at the 40-yard line, so a fairly short point, and Lake City is going to take over with excellent field position.
Yeah, that's the gamble you take. You try to keep it out of his hands, but then you don't get any type of roll out of the punt either. So Lake City doesn't have their dangerous return man, but they do have good field position here.
All right. So here comes Lake City. Matt Holt takes it and passes it up to, oh boy, I can't see a number. Boy, those numbers are awful hard to see.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't see the number on it, although I think it was number 86, Ben Marion, on the catch. Nice throw by Holt. That's going to give Lake City a 1st down. They're all the way up to about the 29-yard line of Evart. Nice quick strike by Matt Holt to Ben Marion.
Yeah, and like you said, that's what Lake City does to you. They keep you off balance. You just don't know what they're going to bring at you.
Yeah, they do have a good balance attack. All right, they've got one spread out to the right, 2 to the left. Holt is a keeper around the left-hand side. Thought about handing it off, but decided to keep it himself. Works his way up to about the 25-yard line. Good for about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6 from about the 25-yard line.
L.J. Clark for the Wildcats on the tackle, and well defended there by Evart on that play. They weren't fooled.
Nope. Gave up 4, but that's not bad. All right, here comes Lake City. Holt talking over a little strategy with his running back. That was number 9, Miles McLeod. Takes it from the shotgun. He's looking over. He's back to pass. Rolling. It's up in the air. He's got a receiver. He's wide open. Did he make the catch? The ref says no. Boy, it almost looked good, but I got a feeling it might have just kind of hit the ground as a helper on the way down. That was, I believe, Ben Marion with the reception. Boy, it's just hard to see those numbers. I'm really
Marion.
okay.
Heck of an effort on the football there.
Yeah, boy, I thought he really had it. A nice throw by Holt, but like I say, I think it just came down and maybe had the ground as a helper.
Yeah, he laid completely out, and it was kind of at an odd angle for him too, but he almost caught it. Or maybe did catch it, but just kind of had to trap it a little with the ground. But
okay, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 for the Trojans. Holt looking over the defense. He's got it, hands it off to David Greenfield. Boy, they're all over that, and Greenfield is going to struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he ever did.
Good thing he held on to the football because Cameron Brasington was doing everything he could to wrestle it from him.
Yeah, he actually ended up losing about 4 to 5 yards on that one, so nice defensive play by the Wildcats. That's going to bring up a 4th down for Lake City. They are in 4-down territory, however.
Well, you got to give the Wildcats some credit here, don't you, so far for coming in to play football tonight.
Absolutely.
They seem to have some discipline, blocking. You know, good for them.
Yep, they're playing a good game so far. They had the one big play by Devin Davis that they gave up, but other than that, they've been holding strong. Okay, here comes Holt. He's looking to pass again, but he's scrambling now. He's going to keep it. He's found some room around the left-hand side. Boy, he might get a horse collar on that one. That's what the coaches are screaming for, but I do not see. Okay, and here it comes. Late flag comes out, but I think he did kind of horse collar him down there. You just can't grab players up around the shoulder pads and up around the neck area, and that's what happens. So they're going to get some bonus yardage from the penalty on this one.
Yeah, the flag was late, but I think the official was just struggling to get a hold of it around his belt. He just couldn't find his flag to throw it.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of, with football, you don't have to throw it instantly.
Yeah, it was. You could pretty much see it all the way, so I don't think he really had to think too much about it. Like you say, I think he just couldn't find the flag to pull it out.
No, and I don't, in the Evert's player's defense there, he was blocked out.
Well, we got a little technical. Sorry about this. Fans, we've got a little bit of technical difficulties with our patch cords. All right, so here comes Lake City. They are 4th. Well, it's saying 4th down. They're in for a touchdown.
He found the corner.
I don't know why it said 4th down. Thought it would be a 1st down with the yardage on the penalty, but anyhow, they're in for a touchdown.
Who scampered that in, Jeff? Was it 32?
I couldn't see a number. It might have been David Greenfield, number 32 is who I think it was.
David Greenfield on the touchdown.
So that is going to put the Trojans up temporarily by 13. They are going for the 1-point conversion again. And again, we're going to have to find out who number 16 is. He's got it up, and it looks good. The extra point is good. That's going to give the Lake City Trojans a 14-0 lead over the Evart Wildcats. We've got 5:26 left to go in the second quarter. And Mike, how about our sponsors again?
Absolutely.
To give them a little credit for bringing the broadcast to everybody tonight.
We are presented by Cadillac Casting, Fox Motors of Cadillac, Cadillac Tire, LC Materials, Bowman and Rogers, Lake City Family Pharmacy, A-Tech Automotive, Ash's Coffee Cup, and Pizza Plus of Cadillac.
All right, awesome. And thank you so much. I actually might send Mike on a little trip here to find out who number 16 is. He's been scoring. He scored a couple of the points tonight. He's got the big kick. So if we can find out who number 16 is, as we do not have it on our roster sheet tonight. We have 16 as the mystery man out there so far. So he's got the ball teed up and ready to kick off to the Wildcats. That's number 23, Rowan back to receive. Boy, a big kick, too, all the way back to about the 6-yard line. That is received by Rowan. He's got some space. Boy, he's still on his feet. He's got a little bit of room to the left. He's across midfield and brought down at about the 45-yard line. That was a beautiful return by number 23, Nolan Rowan of the Wildcats. Rowan is just a junior this year, and that gives Wildcats some good starting field position, probably the best they've had to start off with for the night.
Yeah, that was a nice run. Boy.
And a big kick, too, because he got it all the way back around the 11-yard line.
Yeah, I've been watching that young man since this game has started, and he looks like an athlete. He's quick and shifty.
Okay, here we go. We've got the 6 to the right and 5 to the left formation for the Wildcats. That is number 11, Cameron Brazington, looking to possibly get a pass. Nope, it's up to, oh boy, pass out to number 21, Donovan Reagan, and he was wide open, and he took his eyes off the ball, looking to where he was going to start running, and that drops incomplete. Boy, you know he'd like to have that one back, and I'm sure that Pritchard is going to give him another chance tonight to make up for it. All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10 from their own 45. Boy, that was a nice play design by the Wildcats. All right, Pritchard is looking over the defense, takes a snap, hands it off to Conklin. Conklin up the middle's got a lot of room. He is awful close to a first down as he is brought down close to the marker on the 35-yard line. Looks like he is going to, did they get, they gave the first down signal. So that's going to give the Wildcats a first down. Nice run by Billy Conklin.
And he hits the hole fast, doesn't he?
He does, and he's racking up the yards so far tonight.
He looks like he sees the field really well, too, once he gets just a little opening to work with.
Well, he's not the easiest back to bring down either.
No, he's not.
All right, Pritchard is looking over the defense. Here come the Wildcats. Another handoff to Conklin. Conklin looked like he hurdled the first tackler.
Oh, boy. You know, they kind of discourage that. They don't want people to get hurt, but he
just did it so naturally.
Yeah,
He didn't even really have to think about it. There was just a guy there, so he jumped over top of him.
He leaped right over.
I love it. Okay, well, he ended up getting about 3 on that one, so it's going to be a 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. They're all the way up to about the 37-yard line. Actually, the 33-yard line. Sorry about that. And here comes Pritchard. Staying in the shotgun. Takes it. Now fakes the handoff to Conklin. He's got number 21 this time as a reception. He's up the middle and all the way in for an Evart touchdown. That was Donovan Reagan, and he dropped the pass just a little bit ago, and they went right back to him, and he redeemed himself right up the middle. And that's a good call by the coach to give him another chance. Nice pass by Pritchard, and a beautiful touchdown play.
Yeah, and that one was the more difficult of the two plays, of course, but he made it happen.
Maybe we can get a chance to see a replay on that one, if we can get that to you. Looks like they are setting up to go for the extra point conversion. Here's the replay. Snap is back to Pritchard. Zoomed in a little bit. Couldn't really see that reception, but boy, right up the middle and very nice. Touchdown, Evart. Nice play.
Yeah, nice run after the catch. Straight to the end zone. Didn't need to draw him a map, did you?
No.
He knew where he was going.
He was going north and south real quick right there.
Yeah, nice looking speed on that run, too.
Well, and it was nice that they did go right back to him a couple plays later. You know he felt bad about the drop because he was wide open.
Yeah, he showed some nice athleticism on that play.
All right, so it looked like there was a penalty on the kickoff, or the extra point kick, I should say. So Evart is going to try this one again. That is Pritchard trying to get the Wildcats within 7. All right, there is the whistle. Snap is off. It's fielded well. The kick is up and blocked by the Trojans. So they are going to keep an 8-point lead with the Trojans 14 and the Wildcats 6. We've got 3:55 left here in this opening half. And we've got a ball game.
Yes, we do. That's like in Evart, you know, the one touchdown to Davis, the defender's right there.
Yep.
I mean, Davis makes an unbelievably athletic play. I mean, the Wildcats have played well.
Yeah,
They've
have
played very well, and they haven't had great field position to work with either.
They are making the best of it.
They're making progress offensively. They're moving the sticks. They're passing. They're running. They're defending.
Yeah, it's been a promising half for them.
They obviously are a team that's had their struggles this year, but on given nights, they do have the potential to bring you some good football. And we can see that with some of the scores against some of the other teams they've played. Pine River's a very tough team. Manton's a good team.
Yeah, they were right in those within a touchdown, within a one-score game.
And it just shows you what a season, how it can go.
Mm-hmm.
You see the 1-5, but it doesn't tell the story. It just doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Okay, so nice job by the Wildcats. They've had some good defensive plays, some good offensive plays, and they are within 8 of the Trojans. So we will keep a close eye on this kickoff. By the way, did you find out the Lake City kicker, number 16, for us?
Yeah, it's Mika Schwab.
Okay.
That's number 16 for Lake City.
All right, was he listed as a different number somewhere?
I didn't hunt him up. I didn't see him, but did get the name.
Good to know. Boy, he kicks a good ball, too.
Yeah, he does.
So this is a high kick, fielded at about the 24. That's by David Greenfield. He's still on his feet. Some bad tackling right there. And finally brought down by number 6. That's Ty Sakaki. But not before he is all the way out to Evart territory. Looks to be about the 43-yard line. Nice return by David Greenfield. He shedded a number of different tacklers on that return.
Yeah, I was kind of wishing I had started counting because it was seeming like we were getting up to about at least 5 to 6 different tackles that he ran through there.
And here is Lake City again with excellent field position to start off their drive.
Short kickoff and a good run back.
Okay, Matt Holt takes it, hands it off to Noah Thome. Thome around the right-hand side, decides to back up and go the other way, and he's thrown for a loss. Nice play by Evart. They kind of stretched him out and had some reinforcements come in and put him down for a loss. Looks like they lost about 2 on that one.
Billy Conklin showing his versatility with some defensive maneuvering there. Good tackle.
All right, that's going to bring up about a 2nd and 12 for the Trojans.
Yeah, he's a 4-wheel drive model, isn't he? Conklin. Wow.
All right, Lake City is all spread out. They got 2 to the left. They got 2 to the right. Thome takes this one. No, Holt's got it. He's looking to pass. The ball's up in the air, and he overthrows Devin Davis. Covered very well there by Bracington.
Yep, very good coverage by the Wildcats.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 12.
From what we've watched from Lake City the last couple of years, just if you're the other team, just thinking about Lake City passing could make you afraid and jittery, and they're defending them. They're staying right with their receivers so far.
Yeah, and there's always threat of Holt taking off. Okay, here we go. The fake to Greenfield. Holt takes off on his own. He's found running room. He's going up the middle. One more move. He's got some green, and he's going to go into the end zone. Touchdown by Matt Holt. That one was good for about 44 yards. Nice run by Matt Holt. And I had just said that, you got to watch out for him taking off. It's one of the hardest things, really, to cover defensively is to cover the quarterback. You're covering the receivers. You got your eye on your running backs coming out of the backfield and different things. And you can't forget about the quarterback, especially when it's Matt Holt.
Yep. You could easily just have him be a running back and get great results. So you wouldn't want to do that because he's a very good quarterback. But, man.
All right, so Holt's got him right back up to, oh boy, and that was the timing got thrown off there by the snap on that one. Here we're watching a replay of Holt's run into the end zone, and I'm almost thinking that the extra point was maybe a little more entertaining. It didn't turn out real good, but when the timing's thrown off and you have to kind of take that little misstep.
Yeah, he was in full motion wanting to kick, and he hit the pause button.
Yeah,
and then tried to kick it.
Yeah, I think I would have pulled a muscle on that or something. Feels like I pulled it just kind of watching it. But Anyway, that's going to put the Trojans up 20-6 with 2:40 to go in this opening half. It's been an entertaining game so far. You know, there's just enough mist that the ball is kind of staying wet, the field's staying wet, but you know, neither team is really having trouble hanging onto the ball as far as that goes so far.
It's good action.
It's been a good half.
Seems closer than 20-6 too, but
yeah, it does, and I'm sure Evart is going to do the best they can to try to get on the board here and cut this lead down before halftime. All right, here goes Mika Schwab. Boy, he kicks a good ball.
He boomed it.
Yep, recovered all the way back inside the 10 this time. That looks like, did you see a number on that? Was that Pritchard that took that? Didn't get far. He's about at the 18-yard line. And
11.
That was actually Brasington. Yep. That's Cameron Brasington, number 11 for the Wildcats. And once again, they are starting at their own about 19-yard line. It seems like Lake City's been starting off at about the 40 or 50-yard line on their opening drives. Okay. So we've got this interesting formation again with the 6 to the left and 5 to the right. Let's see what they've got here. Looks like a little screen, almost a screenplay that was set up. That's another pass to number 21, Donovan Reagan. That's good for a few. Going to bring up a second. And how many? I don't know. They're not moving the sticks, are they? No. Looks like maybe. Was it incomplete?
Must have been.
Yeah,
must have
been.
caught the ground.
I guess it did because the ball did not move forward, and I know he caught it further up than that, or thought he caught it. All right, so it's going to bring another pass over, and that's defended well right there. That's going to be a loss on the play. But I'm a little confused because the yard marker still said first down. Okay, I think the yard marker guy was just kind of sleeping on that. I don't know who is that down there, but so that's going to bring up third down. They lost about 3 or 4 on that one. Defended well by the Trojans.
Sebastian Noren just jumped around the big pile there of Wildcat jerseys.
All right, third and about 14 for the Wildcats. They've got their little 6-man formation out to the right with Brasington behind. He goes in motion, looking for the cut. He didn't get it. That's number 9. It's up and caught all the way out to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a first down. Nice catch by number 9. That was Hunter Maxwell for the Wildcats, and that was a really important first down. If you kick it back to Lake City and them getting the ball around midfield again, boy, they could strike another one.
Yep.
So that was actually a really big play with 1:26 left. Evart still has ideas of putting the ball in the end zone themselves. They've got 2 split out to the left and 1 to the right. Pritchard looking over the defense, takes it, hands it off. Couldn't tell if that was Conklin again, but it looks to be.
Yep,
ends up getting about maybe 3, possibly 4 on that one. That's going to bring up about a 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. We're just under a minute here in this opening first half of action. We've got Lake City up 22-6 here at the Lake City Athletic Complex. And boy, what a nice complex this is.
Yeah, it is. It's just perfect for high school football.
It is. They have had a bond issue passed, so they are in the works of redoing their whole school district, basically. They've added on to their elementary. They've built new things at the high school. Demolished the old elementary. So they've got a lot of good things going here in Lake City, and their football team is certainly one of them.
Things in motion. That looks like we might have a timeout here.
I should even mention they've got a heck of a shop program over here, too.
Yeah, they do. Quite a teacher running that.
Yep, Mr. Chuck Boyer will give him a little credit over there for getting the wood shop going over here in Lake City.
Good teacher, a better man.
All right. Timeout for the Wildcats. They're going to think this one over and try to come up with the right play to try to get through this tough Lake City defense. They got 16 seconds left to do it, and they better be careful not to do anything stupid because Lake City, you make a mistake and they can make you pay.
Yeah, I don't know that it's when the field position they have here, it's better off just to, take it where it's at, regroup, come back out in the second half. It isn't a total loss in my mind for Evart. They've played a good half of football.
Yeah, they have. I love that
Yeah.
that little formation they got going. I could see myself. They got 6 out to the right. They got 5 to the left. I'd take my fastest player and send them right straight up the field and see if you can gun it to them.
Yep.
You've got the players on defense spread out so much.
You really do.
But
they've run several of those. Like, that hasn't just been something they've done once or twice.
Right.
They've run several formations like that.
Yep. Evart is coached by head coach Pat Craven. He's got assistants Ben Bryant, Jason Odell, Mike Petrangeli, and Gus and Ken Rangel. So, nice coaching staff over there for the Wildcats. And they've still got about 16 seconds here to try to put the ball in the end zone. All right. Hands it off to Conklin. That's not a bad play. And they might just be happy to let this one run out and call it a half. Although Conklin is still down and getting up slowly, that is going to stop the clock with about 4 seconds to go. And we certainly hope nothing serious has happened here to Billy Conklin. He's had quite a half so far.
He had a nice stiff arm on that play on Skylar Miller, but Skylar Miller did the right thing and slid low down by his knees to make the tackle. So hopefully nothing happened there.
All right, so the players have respectfully taken a knee, and everyone is certainly hoping that Billy Conklin is going to be okay, and we certainly hope we're going to see him play some more football tonight.
Yeah.
I've had a blast watching him so far.
Yep, he's really played a whale of a first half. He's played a game's worth at least in the first half.
And the officiating crew has sent both teams to the sidelines while Billy is being attended to.
Yeah, you just have no idea. His ankle might have stayed planted, and who knows.
Okay, so, and when we're looking at these teams, the Lake City Trojans, they still have two regular season games, I should say, remaining. Of course, they've already, with a 6-0 record, clinched a playoff spot, so they know they're going to be playing in a playoff game, and I think they're hoping to, stay undefeated and host, throughout. If they can remain undefeated here, I think they have a good possibility of hosting all the way through like they did last year. It's always nice to not have to travel and have your hometown crowd here and everything. But they have got Kent City next week at Kent City. Kent City is also undefeated, so that sounds like it's going to be a real good game. And then they close the regular season out with Sanford Meridian here at the Lake City Athletic Complex. Now the Evart Wildcats have got they've got to travel to White Cloud next week, and then to Harrison in the season finale. So they've still got a couple games here, and who knows? The season's not over yet. They're looking for something positive. This game certainly is not over yet. They could possibly get a win tonight, and you always, when you're 1-5, want just some positive things to happen, something to build on for your players' confidence, and something to build on for next year. So that's what they're going to be looking for.
Yep. Hopefully we don't have anything too serious with the guy carrying a lot of the offensive load for him here. He's going to be okay.
Well, they are still attending to him. And, Evart was 4-5 last year. So they were, just below 500, and who knows how many of those games were, one score games and everything.
Yeah, playing in the Highland.
Right, playing in the Highland,
so
exactly.
You got to earn everything you get there.
Yeah, McBain is always tough. Lake City was pretty much unbeatable last year. Beale City's always, been a powerhouse. They haven't been as strong as in the past as of late, but certainly a tough go when you have to play Beale City. Manton is much improved this
Surging.
year. It's a really tough conference.
It really is.
You know, for Lake City to be sitting at 4-0 in the conference right now is really saying something. And you know, we did I did the McBain and Lake City game down in McBain, and boy, what a
dogfight!
It was a dogfight. It went right down to the very last second, and you know, McBain just was not able to get the 2-point conversion in with no time remaining at the end of the game there. Lake City held them, and so they held on for a 14-12 win. That was a huge win for the Trojans.
Yeah, that's, you know, and if you're the Trojans, it's almost more like you survived that game, like you got out with just skin of your teeth. You just got through. I think probably going into that game, they weren't thinking, you know, they knew it would be a game, but they got pushed right to the test.
Yep, they did. And, you know, McBain kind of shot themselves in their foot a little bit because they had a number of turnovers, really unforced errors too. You know, they were having trouble with the some of the handoffs on the option plays and choked the ball up a couple times. So, and Lake City took advantage of that. But that was a really good ball game.
Yeah, you don't get through too many of these high school football games at this level without seeing, you know, a few turnovers.
Yep.
It's almost part of the beauty of it in a way. You don't want to see too many, but it keeps the game interesting.
Yep, exactly. All right, and we do have another truck out tonight at another game. We've got the Pine River game going tonight. That's Pine River and Manton, which should be a really good one. We've got Dan Gussert calling that one. I haven't heard from Dan to see what the score is, but I'll work on that throughout the game and see how that game is going. But I'm sure they've got a good game going down in Pine River tonight. Next week, we are going to be in beautiful Mesick, Michigan, where we're going to watch some 8-man football, and we've got the Bear Lake. I believe they're the Lakers. Bear Lake Lakers.
I believe
is what they
so.
Are. Got the Bear Lake Lakers coming to Mesick for a showdown at Baker Field. One of my all-time favorite football stadiums to do a game in.
Yep, the way the lights hit that field, it is good, and the pine around the one edge there, it's nice and
nice and close. And you know, most of the football fields and everything have a track surrounding them, and they don't have that at Mesick. Their track is in a totally different spot. So, boy, the press box is high, and it's right close to the field. So
fans can get on a first-name basis with those officials and things during the game too.
Yeah, and the coaches. That was never a.
Yeah, that's.
You got to
take the good with the bad. You
know, you got to get all the coaches in the stands, you know, working the game with you. So
that might be a reason for that track.
Yeah,
know, has a purpose.
Well, you know how those coaches go up in the stands. They're never wrong.
No, it's you can't be more sure.
All right, so they've got a vehicle coming out to, looks like they're going to take Billy Conklin off the field. Boy, you just hate to see this.
Yeah, you do. Boy, the young man's played a whale of a first half.
Yes, he has. All right, so let's take a look at the Highland Conference here just a little bit. You know, we've got Lake City leading the way. They are 4-0, and this is actually their last conference game, so they're looking to go undefeated in the conference. And by all rights, they have won it. You know, McBain is 3-1 right now, but Lake City actually beat McBain head-to-head. So Lake City is definitely winning the Highland Conference this year. So that puts McBain at 3-1. We've got Pine River at 2-1, and Manton at 2-1. So they're jockeying for position, you know, against each other tonight to see who's going to take that final spot. Beale City struggled just a little bit this year with the 1-3 record. And boy, I'm trying to think who Beale City would be playing tonight. They must be playing McBain.
Yeah.
They got to be playing McBain. Lake City's got Evart, and Pine River and Manton are going at it down in Pine River. So it must be McBain and Beale City tonight. And that's a tough conference.
Yeah, like you said, McBain is putting together a pretty good season here overall too. They're playing strong. I think they might have been a bit better than teams were, you know, area teams were thinking they were this year. Because They've made it tough on just about everybody they've matched up against.
Yep, they have, and that's been a storied program over in McBain. They've had some really good years down there. And they end up losing to the Trojans twice last year because they got beat in the regular season, and then they met them in the playoffs and were beat by Lake City. So that was quite a feat for Lake City to beat McBain twice in the same year.
Really classy situation here.
Yep.
Bulk of the Lake City players going to talk to Billy Conklin, shake his hand, and that's senior. He's a senior,
Yep.
So you don't want to see anybody hauled off like that,
No.
no matter what position they play or anything. But
Absolutely
right down
not.
to his last opportunities here to play high school football, and he is obviously all in when he plays.
Yeah, he is. Boy, he had a great first half. I don't know how many yards he's racked up, but boy, he's got to be close to 80 to 100 yards. I mean, he had a number of good runs, and
not a team in the area that wouldn't use him in the backfield. I mean, everybody would be utilizing his intelligence. His vision of the field was excellent because you could see it. He'd just get through the line of scrimmage, and that meant we were going to see at least 3 to 4 more yards no matter what if he just got that just beyond. And some of his runs went beyond 3 to 4. He was picking up first downs.
Okay, so as we look out the field, the clock did stop from the injury.
Okay.
But it was a running play, so the clock is running, and that is going to be it for the first half. So we are going to take a break here, and then we will come back with a little halftime show. You are watching 26 Sports and CCTV. I'm Jeff Castillo with Mike Redmond.